Jamie Stewart, fresh off the back of the Matchroom Sky Sports box office Anthony Joshua undercard. Welcome back to Into Boxing. Welcome back.
Thank you.
After a monumental night in the capital, how are you feeling?
Feel great. I haven't watched the fight back yet. I can never remember any fight I have, until after I have to rewatch it. So I don't really know how I did or anything yet.
Well, let me tell you, you got a draw.
Yeah.
Listen, I watched it. I've since watched bits of it back again as well, and let's start with the obvious talking point. Florian's not happy.
No.
He's saying that he did enough, that he put you down in that second round. From what you can remember, what are your recollections of the fight?
Yeah, he put me down in the second. I could have stayed on my feet, but I didn't want to be blowing if I'd have took another body shot. So I thought I'd take the 8 count to prepare myself, because I thought I boxed completely, start to finish. He was working for maybe 40, 50 seconds of each round, and I was doing the rest of the round. I was working from start to finish. He was just picking moments when to do it.
How did you feel? How did you feel when you got in there? Because I don't want to put words into your mouth, and you said all the right things in the build up before the fight. You were saying exactly what fighters are supposed to say. But when you actually got in the ring, and you were the calmest man. I saw your Facebook Live before you went on, before you went down into the ring. You looked so calm. But was there just a little bit when you stepped into the ring and you saw him get in as well, and you thought, this is actually happening now? There must have been a little bit in there.
Yeah, honestly, I've done that much fighting growing up from when I was a kid till now. I don't care about winning or losing. As long as I know I do my best and I fight my heart out. I'm used to walking into people's back gardens and fighting. I've done it all my life. It's just normal. I love it.
So Florian is not happy. A few mixed messages, and I'm assuming it's too early to ask you about a rematch. But Florian said in the post-fight interview, "Yes, I'll do it again." Sam Jones tweeted saying, "No, we won't."
I'm telling you now. Now I've been in there and I know what he's got. I know exactly. I took this 4 days notice, and what I've watched on YouTube of him before this fight, I can tell that his new trainers have worked with him and done tremendous things with his feet, because his feet were on form last night. Like, he was boxing all right last night, like feet wise, compared to his last fights. You give me 3 weeks to train for that fight, I'll beat him. He is not what people are making out. He doesn't hit hard. He doesn't hit as hard as what people are saying. I get hit harder by a 16-year-old at my gym.
I just have to say, in fairness, you say he doesn't hit hard, but he did put you down, so he has got something in there.
Yeah, he caught me with a nice body shot what I was off guard with, but if you watch after, I caught every body shot with my elbows he threw after. It made me click in, but I take any punch he got to my face any day of the week. He would not knock me out. Like, he might put me down with a body shot, but he could not knock me out. You give me 3 weeks training for him, I'll beat him. When
it came to the end, of the fight, and you're both standing there waiting to see, waiting for one hand to go up or two, as it eventually played out to be. What was going through your mind? Did you think you might have taken the fight? Were you expecting Florian's hand to be raised? What?
I think because of the knockdown, I thought it would go his way, because the home fight, it always goes in the home fighter's way, as I've been told through boxing. But I thought I boxed every round, and he got tired in the last round. Like, in the last half of the round, I thought he tired out, and I was still working. I was still boxing. I feel I boxed his head off, and he just worked 50 seconds each round to try and knock me out, and it didn't work.
So it could have gone 3 ways, yeah? Could have gone one of 3 ways. You could have won, You could have drawn, or he could have
Either
won.
way,
You think a
I
draw was a fair
don't.
result?
I don't care how it ended because I already won getting that
Yeah,
opportunity.
and you said that pre-fight as well. To be fair,
I
was a
I
draw
don't.
was a draw fair in your opinion? Was it a fair result?
I think it was fair because even though I went down in the second, I don't think he did enough to win the fight. I
No.
boxed well.
From where I was sitting, and listen, I'm not a professional judge or whatever. From where I was sitting, I thought the first round I gave to you, the second round I gave to Florian, and from then on, you could make a case for either guy. I thought because you were taking him for a walk on occasion, he was landing some good shots on occasion. So I thought it was a good match, and like you say, I think give you the benefit of the doubt. If you have a full camp, that makes a very good fight.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think he's ready for no Conor Ben yet. I think if he steps in with Conor Ben or anyone like that at the minute, he's going to get took straight out because I think he might have kickboxing experience and MMA experience, but that's not boxing. He needs to learn boxing first. I think he's moving a bit too quick than what he should do. Don't get me wrong. I like anybody I do. I've spent years being a bad guy, so now it's my time to be the right guy and the calm guy. So all them 3 days I was there, they were dead disrespectful to me and my team, and I just sat there and laughed it off because I knew that they weren't getting an easy walkover with me. I'm there to fight. I'm not there to like let someone bully me. I bully bullies, so I enjoy just being there.
How was your corner for the fight? Obviously, it's a very close team you've got there, and
Oh yeah.
we heard a little clip of it on Sky Sports at the end of the first round. We heard Scott saying to you that his face was starting to redden and keep your hands up and pick your punches, and it seemed like a good relationship you've got between the three of you.
Me, with me and Scott, he's not just my manager and my coach. We're like friends. We get on really well, and we spend quite a lot of time together. Me and Scott do, and we actually agree on a lot of things between ourselves. What we talk about, and then there's John. Now, before the actual lockdown kicked in, John was like the guy that every time I got home, I wanted to be in the ring with him because he brutalized me and mentally prepared me for anything. That I couldn't ask for a better corner team. And then obviously we had a matchroom cut man who was absolutely great as well. I don't really know his name, but if I had his name, I'd drop him a message because I really appreciate the help and that it was meant. It was ace. It was just the best experience I've had so far. I thought fighting Michael Hennessy Jr. was an experience being away on that, but matchroom was just completely different. It was an honour.
Well, listen, I said I'm not going to keep you long, but I just want to end on that note. 2020 for you. I mean, it wasn't even just the fight. It wasn't just the pre-fight and the call and the coming down there the last minute and everything else. I don't know how much of the Joshua fight you watched or any of the fights afterwards, but your name came up in commentary again and again. And the clips that I've watched back on the Zone, it kept coming up. You know, be it they were talking about fighters not happy with point scoring, be it because people are talking about the characters in boxing and what you brought to the table that fight week. Be it just new faces on the scene. You know, maybe a lot of people hadn't seen you fight before. For whatever reason, your name came up a lot, and I thought, if I know Jamie as I've got to in the last few days, he's going to be buzzing with that because you've ticked everything that you want there.
Oh yeah, well, to start off with, I never thought I'd ever be a professional boxer up until 2 years ago, and then from there, I've only like my record now is looking pretty good because I've had a journeyman, and then I fought Michael Hennessy, and then I fought Marku. That I've got the best record about it at the minute. I think like 3 fights, and to meet all them people that I met there at Matchroom, just to have pictures like Johnny Nelson, legend, like Eddie, legend, Joshua is like my favorite boxer. Even Pulev was the nicest guy there. I thought because he was like on the thing, he was out with us, same like in the games room and stuff like that. He was dead nice, he was dead chilled. I liked everything about that weekend. It topped this year off for me.
If you see Florian again, is it an extended handshake to him?
I'm not a nasty guy, so I'll always congratulate anyone. I think, like I say, I think he needs to. He's a bit hyped too much. He needs to chill out a little bit. Try to be a bit more respectful to the British Boxing Board of Control and the judges, because the way he goes on, I don't think it'll go in his favour if he carries on like that. Like.
And just finally for you, Jamie, you touched on it off air before we came on. You said it's time to give your family a bit of time.
That's it, man. I'm here with my kids now. I'm gonna blast them Fortnite with my eldest, and I'm going to lie and cuddle with my youngest.
Oh, mate, I bet they're absolutely buzzing seeing the dad on the telly.
Yeah, they love it,
The
man.
way he did. Listen, well, Jamie, if I don't speak to you, but I'm sure I will. If I don't speak to you, have a great Christmas. You've deserved it, and we'll see. Who knows? We'll see you maybe on the AJ Tyson Fury undercard or something else next year.
Hopefully, I'd love to put another show on for people anyway.
Listen, mate, all the best. I'll let you
Thank you
crack
very
on.
much. Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.